So how bad was the damage when it hit on the 27th of December?
Well, the entire cellar area was in water, so it was about between 1.5 meters deep throughout. So you're literally wading through water, which meant that we had to totally take out all of the scenics where we are now, up to a level. But because this was all built from wood and plaster, painted, it all had to come out because we didn't know where the water had got to. And even when we were taking the scenery out, 2 months later, when we were eventually stripping it out and cleaning, we were still finding puddles of water, we were still finding mould. So the whole thing had to come out, and that's taking us a good few months to get to that point where it is clean. The cleaning itself took 2.5, 3 months to actually complete, not to mention stripping the whole thing out. So that took a while, and obviously it's not just the set area where we've got the ride, but the galleries as well, and our introductory area where we had a reconstruction of the excavation, which was under a glass floor, and that was completely full of water as well. So everything literally had to come out.
So the new exhibition, the reimagined exhibition, will be opening when to the public?
We're looking at spring. We haven't got a firm date yet because we're still raising funds and we're still designing elements of the new Jorvik. So we're saying spring, but we're going to make the firm commitment to a date in, I would say, late autumn. So then we'll be able to say when we're definitely going to be open.
And what will the new exhibition be like, given that the Jorvik exhibition so far has been so iconic?
Yes, and we want to maintain that. We want to maintain our place as somewhere that's new and exciting, as it was, when we first opened those 32 years ago. It was the place to go to, so we still want to maintain that. But of course, Jorvik and the study of the Vikings in York has moved on substantially between when we first opened in 1984, when we relaunched again in 2000 even. There's been a lot more research, a lot more archaeology done on the Vikings of York, so we now know an awful lot more than we did 30 odd years ago. So we want to bring that to Jorvik. We want to talk about that. We want to talk about the fact that this city was a multicultural, multi-nation city really, and that people were coming in from all over the Viking world, travelling to York, working and bringing goods into York. So that's an exciting thing to talk about, I think. And we know a lot more about the people. We know a lot more about the objects, what they ate, how they lived. So essentially, Jorvik will be the same Jorvik. You'll still get to travel through the Viking Age city, the reconstruction of it. You'll still be able to see the Viking people and the objects and the animals, and you'll still be able to see all of those wonderful Viking Age artifacts in our galleries, but they will be displayed in a more current way, in a more exciting way, I think, with a lot more information, so that people can understand an awful lot more and get a lot more excited about the Vikings.
And what has the community response been like to the closure and subsequent reopening, I suppose, of Jorvik?
It's been great. I mean, from the outset, people have been really positive, really encouraging. We have we did launch our campaign Canute, for people to help us fund the new Jorvik, and that's still ongoing, and people are still helping with that, but we still need people's help. But they are very positive. We've launched 3 new exhibitions in York itself, so that people can still see the Viking collection and understand who the Vikings were. People are visiting those attractions, those exhibitions for us, and donating as they go through. So that's great. There's still more to do, still loads more to do, and we would say to everyone out there, help us as much as you can, get involved. There are opportunities to get involved. You can even become an animatronic yourself. We're launching a new competition where you can text in just £5 and you could win the chance of becoming one of those faces that stays in our Viking city for years to come. So that's really exciting. Lots of opportunities like that for people to get involved in the future.